In the premiere of Welcome to Derry, we witnessed one of the most disturbing sequences in recent television history. A night when the children of the town gathered inside the Capitol Theater to watch a short film, only for it to become a massacre. A winged, shrieking creature, a baby born of nightmare and shadow, erupted from the screen itself, turning laughter into chaos and the walls into tombs. When it was over, nearly every child in that theater was dead. Only two survived, Lily and Ronnie. Everyone else was gone. And yet, among the wreckage, something strange lingered. Not what we saw, but what we remembered. Because earlier that same day, Lily's friend Maddie had handed her a tiny turtle charm from a box of Cracker Jacks. A moment so small, it almost felt meaningless. But in Derry, nothing is ever meaningless. That charm, that turtle, may be the key to why Lily survived when no one else did. Because for those who know Stephen King's universe, the turtle isn't just a symbol. It represents Maturin, an ancient cosmic being, the eternal opposite of Pennywise, and perhaps the only force powerful enough to protect a child in Derry. Before we dive into the theory itself, let's ground ourselves in what really happened. Lily and Maddie, two ordinary kids in 1960s Derry, represent the last pieces of innocence before the darkness fully awakens beneath the town. In one quiet moment, Maddie pulls a small toy turtle out of a box of Cracker Jacks and, without thinking twice, hands it to Lily as a gift. It's a small act of kindness, the kind that often goes unnoticed, but this time, it feels different. The camera lingers on it for just a moment too long, the lighting softens, and the music fades. By the time the episode reaches its climax in the Capitol Theater, that charm has become the only trace of warmth left in a town consumed by fear. And when the demon baby bursts through the screen, a shrieking, malformed creature with leathery wings and an impossible grin, it tears through everyone in its path, except her. The moment is brutal, shocking, and unrelenting, but it's also deliberate. Because if there's one thing Derry never does, it's leave survivors by accident. To understand why Lily survived when everyone else perished, we need to step outside of Derry and into the macroverse. In Stephen King's mythology, the macroverse is the cosmic space beyond our reality, an ocean of creation and chaos where unimaginable beings exist. Among them is Maturin, a giant interdimensional turtle who represents balance, creation, and endurance. He is the counterbalance to Pennywise, or as he's known in his true form, It, a being of pure destruction and consumption. Where Pennywise feeds on fear, Maturin radiates calm. Where Pennywise seeks to unmake the universe, Maturin quietly sustains it. He is said to have vomited out the universe during his dreaming, creating life itself, and then simply watched, content to observe, rather than interfere. He doesn't fight battles directly, but his influence appears whenever its chaos threatens to consume too much. In It, 1986, the Losers Club occasionally sense Maturin's presence. A guiding whisper, a sign, a vision of a turtle floating in the void. He becomes their unseen protector, reminding them that courage and unity can defeat fear. So what if that same divine balance is now echoing through Welcome to Derry? What if Maturin, the great turtle, reached through time and story, protecting Lily just as he once guided the Losers Club decades later? When Maddie handed Lily that turtle charm, it may not have been a random moment. In fact, fans have begun to suspect that Maddie himself might be more than he appears. Perhaps he's connected to the same cosmic energy as Maturin, maybe even a subtle vessel of the turtle's will, unknowingly chosen to pass that protection forward. It's subtle, but in Derry, everything is connected. Every laugh, every tear, every symbol bleeds into a larger pattern, one where light and dark are locked in eternal struggle. The turtle charm could have acted as a ward, shielding Lily not by deflecting the monster's attack, but by making her untouchable to its hunger, because Pennywise, and everything born from it, feeds on fear. And in that theater, Lily was the only one who didn't give it what it wanted, not because she was brave, but because she was protected. There's a haunting poetry to it when you think about it. The children scream, their terror filling the air like fuel, the demon baby growing stronger with every heartbeat. But in the middle of it all sits Lily, clutching the turtle charm, the embodiment of calm amidst chaos, perhaps unknowingly channeling the one being that Pennywise cannot touch. It's not that the baby didn't see her, it's that in that moment she ceased to be something it could feed on. She was no longer part of the fear equation, and for a creature born entirely of terror, that made her invisible. It's also worth noting how often Welcome to Derry laces turtle symbolism into its world. From the elementary school mascot to drawings in the background, from small figurines and scenes to the rounded spiral imagery that mirrors a turtle's shell. It's all there if you know what to look for. Stephen King and the showrunners are telling us something through repetition. The turtle is watching, and Maturin's influence is quietly shaping events long before Pennywise takes its familiar clown form. But here's where things get really interesting. Maturin doesn't just protect the innocent, he represents memory and continuity. If Lily was indeed touched by his presence, she could carry fragments of his awareness, his memory, and his connection to the macroverse. That means Lily might grow up to become something far more significant than a survivor. She could become the first person in Welcome to Derry to sense the truth behind the town's endless cycle of violence. She might be the first to remember what everyone else forgets when it goes back into hibernation. That's why the writers chose her, not just to survive, but to witness. Because in the world of It, survival isn't random, it's destiny. And if we follow this logic further, there's another chilling implication. If Maturin protects the light and Pennywise embodies the dark, then their conflict must always balance. The birth of the demon baby could have been the spark that reawakened this ancient war. The turtle and the spider locked in their eternal dance once more. So when Lily stands there, trembling but alive, holding the turtle charm that still glints under the shattered light of the projector, it isn't just a symbol of survival, it's a sign that the cosmic scales have already begun to shift. She isn't immune to fear because she's lucky, she's immune because the universe needs her to be. Maybe the turtle didn't reach down from the heavens to shield her. Maybe it didn't bend reality or stop time. Maybe it simply reminded her heart to be still, and that was enough to confuse the monster. Because when fear is the only thing the darkness understands, calm is its greatest weapon. So in the end, the question isn't why the flying demon baby didn't kill Lily. It's what she represents now that she's lived. The girl with the turtle charm, the last light in a town drowning in its own darkness. The first echo of Maturin's will, reverberating quietly in a story that began long before Derry existed, and will continue long after it's gone. Because the turtle always watches, and whenever Pennywise rises again, Maturin will be waiting.